Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. Rose Thorn here. Today I am doing a react to Foodie Beauty's live stream that she posted last night called I Have a Huge Problem. So, Foodie Beauty did this live stream at the same time that I was doing a live chat on my channel. I just felt in the mood to do a tarot reading on Foodie. A lot of people have been asking for tarot readings on Foodie and Natter and Dee Dee and Pete's. So while she was doing this live stream, I was doing my tarot readings. Uh, it was a good time had by all. And Foodie did this live stream at the same time. I felt it was a good idea to do my tarot readings last night instead of react to this video because before Foodie did this live stream, before she ended the stream before this one, she revealed that she was going to order 2 wheelchair edible things and she was going to probably consume them when she got home. So as a reactor that I've reacted to Foodie before, knowing that she was going to do the wheelchair edibles, I pretty much thought, she's going to be too mellowed out to really do anything. So if there was ever a good time to take a break and talk to everyone, that would be a good time. So I did, she did her thing, and now I'm taking a look at her live stream this morning. And there are a few areas of interest, and I've written down the timestamps, including something that happened in her chat that made me go, So let me just go ahead and bring up her live stream so you guys can see exactly what I see. So there's Chantal. Okay. Now, when I was doing my live chat last night, a person by the name of HRH Collection came into my chat and they were being very nice to me. And I had no problem with them. One of my friends told me that while I was doing my live chat, doing my tarot readings, that same person was over in Foodie's chat. And they were making a point to tell Foodie that I was doing a tarot reading about her and that she should react to it. I went back to the live stream to find out if this was true, and this is what I saw.
I don't want to settle anymore for things.
Okay, hold on. So there's HRH Collection saying Rose Thorn Reaction is doing a tarot card reading about you. React to her. Explanation points all over the place. And they said it again a little bit later, just making a point to let Foodie know. I have some thoughts about that. So there was a similar situation where somebody was pretending to be someone by the name of simply Sarah Kitchen. And in that occasion, that person was telling Foodie to strike me. They said it a couple of times, urging Foodie to throw a strike at me, which is very serious on YouTube. That person went out of their way to try to urge Foodie to A, get angry, and B, to act on her anger. Foodie did not get angry. She didn't even react to that person's comments, but I was angry because somebody was trying to target my channel and target me to make trouble for my channel. I made a video addressing that person. And then after I made the video, I found out that that was not the actual person. And I still apologize to Sarah's Kitchen for getting angry. I did not realize it was a troll. I thought it was. The profile picture looked the same, but I was informed that it was a fake. And I feel that this person calling themselves HRH Collection is also a troll. It's somebody pretending to be a really big channel because HRH Collection is a very big channel. I went to that channel. I did not see anything Foodie related on it, whether positive or negative. So there's somebody in Foodie's chat that makes a point to take on a name similar to very big channels. I just see, I see a similarity there. So there's somebody in Chantal's chat that for whatever reason, they are picking a handle that looks like there's someone from a big channel. And for some reason, they're mentioning me. I don't know who that person is. I don't know who the troll is, why they're so interested in me. But I don't think it's very nice for someone to try to make trouble for a channel and try to look like they are other creators on YouTube, just trying to stir the pot, not just with the creator whose chat they're in, but for other channels as well, just trying to get everybody involved in some big fight or feud. I don't think that's very nice at all. I will say this though, whoever you are, that person, people on YouTube that make channels, they spend a lot of time and a lot of hard work making their channels. So the person spoofing as HRH Collection, if you are a troll doing that, spotlighting somebody else's channel because maybe you've got a grudge against me, maybe you don't like me for some reason, I invite you to email me or contact me on YouTube or through Twitter and let me know what the problem is. I invite you to reach out to me and tell me what the deal is, why you're so hyper focused on me, why you're trying to get Foodie to target my channel. I will say this in addition to that. Whoever you are, you've got really bad timing. Because whenever you're trying to make trouble for my channel, you always pick the nights where Foodie is completely blitzed out of her head and she just doesn't care. Like she's doing wheelchair edibles tonight. She just doesn't care. If you're trying to stir the pot between myself and Foodie, you're picking some really bad nights to do it because she has no F's given about the whole matter. But if you've got a problem with me to the point where you're going to mention me to Foodie, trying to get her all riled up, and worse, you're trying to involve channels that have nothing to do with Foodie or nothing to do with me. I don't think that's very nice. The channels that I've seen that have talked about me lately on Foodie's channel, they're always big channels with lots of people, and they have nothing to do with Foodie's content. So whoever you are, you got something to say to me, then say it to me. On Twitter, email, whatever you feel, come to me. Don't stir the pot with Foodie in her chat. In all honesty, Foodie she has no reason to be angry with me. I've never even done a live chat reaction to Foodie. Not once. I always do my tarot readings. And as far as my live chats, I only do those maybe twice a month. And they're tarot readings. So she has no reason to be ticked off at me. But if there's somebody in Foodie's chat that has a problem with me, take it to me. Let's talk person to person. That's the right way to go about it. Don't try to stir the pot with Foodie and get me in trouble with Foodie. I'm not afraid of Foodie. I just think it's ridiculous that if you're a person and if you've got something against me, to try to stir the pot with Foodie while she's having a live chat. And if you got a problem, you're trying to use her as the person that goes after me. You got a problem, address it with me. That's the adult thing to do. So let's continue.
I want to eat some. Yeah. Anyway, something I'm gonna work out in private, but
See, there it is again. HRH Collection Rose Storm Reaction Channel is doing a tarot card reading about you, making a point to say it to Chantal. I say again that I feel that this person posting as HRH collection, that is not the real HRH collection. I looked at the channel, HRH collection. It's a huge, huge channel. Why would they care about me? I feel that that person is trolling and pretending to be HRH collection as a way to stir the pot between Chantal and myself and possibly involve HRH collection where they are not involved. And again, that's not very nice. Trying to get things going between different channels. It's just not nice. People get on YouTube, they make channels, and it takes a lot of hard work to build a channel up, and trying to stir the pot between different channels and trying to use their name where it's not appropriate. It's just not a nice thing to do. Okay, so that there was that point of interest. Let's move on to the next one. So Foodie, as we all know, she has spent time in some really sketchy motels. Excuse me, I am so sorry. Foodie has spent some time in some very sketchy motels. Uh, I read the reviews for both the motels in my reacts to y'all. Excuse me, I am so sorry. My throat is just acting up this afternoon. My apologies. So she's spent time not too long ago at a really cheap, nasty motel. And the hotel reviews for that hotel said that other clients that have stayed at that motel that there were bed bugs. Well, I'd like to show you something. Let me just go ahead and find it. All right. Okay, so listen, I know that you guys don't want to see her belly, but there's a reason why I'm showing it. Okay, there's a reason why, and not to be gross. Okay, so take a look up here. You got what looks like 2 bites up here. Then you've got some down here and some down here. So it looks like 2 almost right next to each other. Got one right there. You've got a few right here and a few right here. You guys can clearly see it. Foodie spent time at those motels, and it would seem, can't 100% confirm, but it would seem as if while she was staying in those rooms that she ran into some bed bugs. For anyone who is not aware, bed bugs are vermin that they're great hitchhikers. Okay, they're not just limited to, say, homes and motel or hotel rooms. They can travel anywhere. They've been found on airplanes and in movie theaters and just all kinds of places wherever people are. Foodie stayed in the motels, and she complained during her visit to the park that she was itchy, because when bed bugs bite, they tend to make the area feel itchy. It looks like to me like she ran into some bed bugs, because when bed bugs bite, they usually they bite in clusters of 3. Like there's groups of 3, and it looks like she's got that on her skin. Again, can't confirm 100%. The only way to be sure would be to go back to the room that she was in and check the area to see if any trace of them could be found. But she ran into some bed bugs, and they bit her. If I were Foodie, I would be washing down everything in that room. I'd be checking everything thoroughly. Because if she brought any home with her, they can spread very, very, very quickly. And they can be found anywhere, not just at the foot of your bed where you sleep, but they can literally hide in everything. They are a nightmare to get rid of once they've been established. And anybody who's ever had a bed bug infestation could tell you that they literally throw away everything just to get rid of them. But here's Foodie with her bites. And she talks about the whole bed bug situation here. So let's get started from here.
Sam, let's have a take care of Sam day tomorrow. You're going to...
And that's something that hurts my heart during this live stream and in other live streams. There's such favoritism going on with Foodie when it comes to her cats. I mean, Sam can come and lay on the desk with her and she holds him. But with BBJ has to stay off the desk and stay on the bed. Sam can be all up in her face and she enjoys it, but BBJ, she just pushes her away. It really hurts to see that.
To the doctor tomorrow and we're going to get you groomed.
What about BBJ? I know that Sam has to go to the vet to be checked up. What about BBJ? Can't you take her and finish up her care? She's supposed to go to the vet and get oral surgery. Why can't you take... I'm not saying BBJ doesn't need to go, but I would think of either one of those cats, BBJ needs to go first. She's in very, very bad health. Sam looks like he's doing okay. BBJ needs to be taken care of first. Maybe she's taking care of Sam right now because Sam, his care maybe not is as expensive as BBJ, but it's about priority. If you've got an elderly cat that's in a bad way, take care of them first before you take care of the healthier pet.
Okay. Okay. Do you really want to do that? What do you think? Yeah, Krista.
Look at all that mess beside her. Chantal, there's no excuse for that. Oh my God. Stop being so loud. Lord.
Satanist?
Yeah, let's go back to the bed bug situation. Foodie Beauty has no idea how quickly or how bad a bed bug infestation can get real fast. You know, if she brought them into her house and they were on her clothes or in her purse or even in her hats, they can be anywhere in her bedroom and spread easily from the bedroom area to the living room area, because she's always sitting on the couch, isn't she? They can easily stay on that couch, which can then get spread to Pete's. I mean, it can be a nightmare.
I have daily babies. Raise chickens. I don't have bed bugs. Do I? It's little red marks on my stomach. Look.
I'll tell you one thing. Now that she's brought that onto the table, now that she's showing off the bites, what I'm going to be looking for is further bites later on, say, her arms or her chest area. Because if she gets a bed bug infestation, you're going to see those bites. And she's going to be constantly itching and they're going to be hurting.
What marks are these? Is this mosquito bites or bed bugs?
No, ma'am, that's not mosquitoes. Mosquitoes don't bite in clusters of 3, Chantal. A mosquito bite is just one bite. Bed bugs bite multiple times when they feed on you.
Bed bug bites? What?
Yep, that's what it looks like to me.
What? It's not bed bugs.
Oh, yes, it is.
I have my stomach out in a Sunday on my head. I'm sitting like this, Liliana, and men want to do me.
Not really. And Dawn Hitchard says they travel in your clothes and then nest when you get home. This is true. They can travel not just on your clothes, but in, say, your luggage or anything. They could hitch a ride on your shoes. They're very, very tiny, and because they're very tiny, they can hide anywhere, and you wouldn't notice them. That's why they're a nightmare. Because again, it's not just the bed that they're going to make their nest on. It could be anywhere. It could be, behind a dresser or behind a picture frame. I mean, they're climbers. They can be high up, they could be low near the floor. You just don't know where they are.
I'm a good kisser. Yeah, I am. I am. Fat melted ice cream. Well, screw you, Worm Sheriff. Suck my balls.
And I got news for you, Chantal. If your new fetish thing is going to cheap, really seedy motels, the probability of you running into more bed bugs and bringing them home is going to be very, very high. I'm not saying that high-end motels and hotels are free of bed bugs. You can find them anywhere, but you're making a point to hang out in the most disgusting, cheap motels that you could find, and those places are not kept clean. And the management they really don't care if there's a bed bug infestation. I mean, those are places that if you rent them by the hour, anything happens in those rooms. And the management is not going to be on top of making sure the rooms are sanitary and safe and clean for everybody.
I don't have crabs either. I don't know what I had, but sex chair was a little sketchy. I'll show you a picture of it.
Curly Juarez says, are they 3 bites in a row? Well, I'm not like close up to Chantal, like skin close, but it did look like clusters of bites.
From yesterday. Yes, oh my god, no. Look at them.
By the way, there's a part of the stream that I could react to, but to keep everyone from getting upset, I'm just not going to. So in this stream, Foodie Beauty, in another stream that she did, hold on a second, my Discord is on. I have to turn off the notification for the sound. My apologies. I thought it was off. But in the stream that Chantal did previously, this 6-hour one that she was being really, really offensive, She talked about the tragedy, and she was saying some really offensive things, saying that the song Pumped Up Kicks, which is about a school shooting, that should be America's new anthem. And in this stream, she kind of doubles down on that. She doesn't apologize, and she was being offensive yet again in that regard. And people were just, they were going in on Chantal, and some of them were saying, you know what, you should just basically shut your mouth about that. I'm not going to show that part. I don't want to get everybody further upset with it. But yeah, she, instead of it just apologizing as she should, she doubles down on that matter in this stream. But back to the bed bugs.
Will I have bed bugs? The bed bug bites are your karma for the unmelodic kids. Oh, shut up. Jesus. You people like have the nerve to be self-righteous about that and then say shit like that. Okay, what would I not see the bed bugs though? Okay, I gotta look up this shitty hotel. I'm never again staying at gross hotels.
Yeah, you'll just find someplace else that's equally seedy and crappy to stay. And guess what? The bed bugs might be there too.
Didn't even think of that. Ugh.
Of course not.
Bed bugs. I'm freaking out.
You know what? I think it's funny that maybe she got the motels because she has this fascination for being seedy, uh, doing something bad, if you will. Maybe it amuses her that she makes the money that she makes on YouTube. And oh, look at me, even though I'm making all this money on YouTube, I'm going to do something bad. I'm going to stay at this cheap, seedy motel like a bad girl. Well, guess what, Chantal? Bed bugs like places like that. And you stay in the room and they'll be very happy to make a meal out of you. So, yeah, you know, it's just common sense that if you stay somewhere that is not your home, make sure that there are no bugs that are going to bite you in your sleep.
It has 3.5. That's not bad.
Worm Sheriff says bed bug bites are small. Not all the time. It all depends on the person that they bite, the way that your body reacts to it. Some people, the reaction is not as severe. Some people get very severe reactions. They can have huge welts all over them, huge welts. There was a story a while ago of this poor woman. She stayed in a hotel room and she was staying for a vacation. And this poor lady, she laid down to sleep and she woke up with huge welts, and she ended up suing the hotel because she had to have medical care. It all depends on how the body reacts to it. Some people are more sensitive to things like that than others.
I don't see anything about bed bugs.
And something that just occurred to me, if Chantal does get a bed bug infestation in her house, and if she gets a place for Natter, and if she spends any kind of time over there, there might be a chance that she's going to carry the bed bugs over to his house to him. You know, like I said, they are hitchhikers. They will hitch a ride on your clothes, your purse, anywhere. So if she gets a bed bug infestation, that can be transmitted to other areas like her car, like Natter's new place. That's going to be fun for her and for him.
There were a lot of bed bugs and we were bitten by bed bugs. from 2 years ago.
Oops.
Oh shit.
Uh-huh.
There was one talk about bed bug here.
Uh-huh. Amber Nicole says, I'm calling your complex. The entire building will have to be fumigated. Good job.
Calling your complex. They're trying to building one. Shut up. There's not even any bed bugs reviews at all. Look at the reviews. There's like one. Well, there's a couple of reviews actually, but great for a quickie. Ew. Fuck.
So here's a couple of fun facts about bed bugs. Bed bugs can go into hibernation sometimes if there's no food source available. They can literally go an entire year without their next meal. They can survive that long. Again, that's why they're a nightmare. And bed bugs not only feed on people, they can also feed on, say, any animals you have in a house, like cats or dogs. They just need a food source.
No, I hope not. Well, we'll see.
So I have to wonder if Foodie's going to be staying at cheap motels from now on. If she does, there might be a great possibility that she's going to run into more bed bugs. Although, again, it's not just cheap motels and hotels that have them. They've been found in really high-end hotels as well. But the difference between a high-end hotel versus a cheap one, usually if you report that kind of a problem to the management, they will take care of it. A cheap motel, they don't care. They'll just let it go on. So let's move on to the comments section because you guys know I love the comment sections. Oops, sorry. Chantal's Wasted Life says, he won't be broken without you. He will be broke. Love that for you. Yeah, as far as her being concerned for Natter, and I don't want to leave him in a bad way, and I don't want him to suffer. Natter was fine before he met Chantal. He wasn't out on the street. I'm sure he's a man that if he has to do what he has to do to make money, he will. It's just that he's comfortable with Chantal and he's not going to let go of that money source. Another one says, some people are just more compatible with each other than others. Yes, the way Natter is infinitely more compatible with Dee Dee. Accept it. No matter what Chantal does, she will never be compatible with Natter. She might be more submissive for the moment, but that does not make you compatible with somebody. Compatible means you are two people that you're very much the same and you get along without either person having to drastically change who they are to be compatible. It's just something that you are. Like you just immediately you get along and you're comfortable in each other's company and you're relaxed. Because of Chantal being the way that she is, she's not compatible with Natter. She's too different of a person. She's just pretending to be somebody she's not right now for the sake of being in his good graces so he'll spend extra time with her. Summerflower says her innate ramblings fascinate me. In her mind, she is a complex, deep, edgy person who is so busy and conflicted by her whirlwind life that she can barely handle the stress. Her reality is loneliness, addiction, and squalor. Chantal has built up who she is in her head, but who she is in her head is not who she is outside. And another interesting thing about Miss Chantal, so she posted this an hour ago. She posted this community post saying, in a relationship with myself. And she posted a screenshot of goings on between herself and Mr. Motorcycle Guy, this guy that she's supposedly talking to. And allegedly, he says to her, got a question? She says, yes. He says, how bad do you want me right now, babe? Chantal, when a guy says this to you, the way that he's saying it, he's not wanting to be in a relationship with you. He's wanting a intimate occasion with you. This is not put in the context of, do you want to be in a relationship with me? Do you want to be personally involved with me? If a guy is asking you a question like this way, he's horny and he wants to get his rocks off. He's not wanting a relationship. He's wanting to get his rocks off. But she says she's in a relationship with herself. Chantal, if you were in a proper relationship with yourself, you'd be taking care of yourself. You would respect yourself. You would clean up your life. You clean up yourself. You need to repair the relationship with yourself. And you need to stop seeking out other people for validation. Seek the validation in you, not others. If you seek validation in others, if you need other people to validate your self-worth, then that means you really don't have much self-worth. But if you seek it for yourself, if you work on it by yourself, then that validation that you find, you'll always have. The way your life is right now, you don't have a good relationship with you. You don't respect you. You don't take care of you. You don't take care of anything around you. Your life, as it is, it's a clear indication you do not have a good relationship with yourself. Instead of running after all these different men for validation, you should seek it in you. You'd be much better off. Chrissy Knows It All says it's hilarious when she says she doesn't want to make Koki jealous. Koki would never be jealous. He's not that into Chantal. In fact, he's not into Chantal at all. He's into her bank account, but he's not into her. Flirty Hershey Sheba Mom says, her looking for her loser Trinity had me weak. Everyone was dragging her and she needed her favorite enablers. Love that for her. So I guess in this stream, Foodie was looking for the Holy Trinity. She was looking for Ashley Lamborghini, Plain Cheeseburger, and Sofa King. It's so sad that she's got a chat full of people, but yet the only people she really wants to talk to are those three. Chantal, it takes more than 3 people to make your channel work. Maybe you should be nice and talk to the people that are in your chat because they are part of your chat. Stop just looking for those 3 people. They're not the only ones paying your bills and your rent, dear. They're not the only ones paying for Natter's rent. You know, acknowledge more than just 3 people in your chat. We Are All Vultures says, LOL at Natter yelling at a homeless guy asking Chantal for $5. He's protective of his cash. Really? So he was mad because a homeless guy was asking Chantal for $5? How greedy. Like he doesn't get enough money from Chantal. Girl George says she got home late and tired and didn't wear any makeup to meet this guy. I don't believe she saw anybody, nor do I. All of these people that she talks about, motorcycle guy or Dubai guy or whatever guy, she talks about him, but that's all it is talk. That's all it'll ever be is talk. Let's apply some reason and logic here. How in the world can she pursue other men when she's so caught up in Natter? When she's busy running back and forth at every opportunity to spend time around Natter, driving hours every other day to see Natter, wasting gas money to see Natter, spending money on motels and hotels to spend time with Natter, buying him food, spending time editing his videos, taking him out to do things. When does she have the time or the money to entertain other men? She really doesn't. She's very, very caught up in him, especially right now with all this talk of perhaps him getting a place. She just doesn't have the focus for any other man. Even if she did, all that she sees is Natter. All that she wants is Natter. Whatever Waffle says, Pete will soon end up alone with maxed out credit cards, no job or prospects of one, by association with the Blob, villa full of garbage and expired Premier, 2 cats, and a small army of bed bugs. Because mom is now living with a new boyfriend. Love that for him. Well, I did a whole video talking about Pete's, the fact that he's been living with Chantal for quite a while now. He's not had a job in the longest, and he needs to get his head out of the sand and realize that everything is on thin ice. And instead of avoiding the situation and pretending like it doesn't exist and pretending like everything's going to be okay, he needs to wake all the way up and just start looking around at what he can do to take care of himself. I know that Chantal long ago left him in debt, and that's not a nice thing to do. She broke up with him and she left him in tremendous debt. And I don't know how much that debt is, how much money he spent on her, but she has spent quite a bit of money while he's not been working. She's literally spent thousands on him while he's not been working, paying his share of the rent, his share of the bills, buying the food, all of that. Whatever financial debt she put him in, I think it's been repaid. If that's why he's not been working, if he's basically taken the stance of, she left me in financial debt, so the only way to get that money back is to live off of her, I think that debt has been repaid, or mostly repaid. And trying to rely on the fact that they're friends and, oh, she'd never do that to me. Well, Pete, she's left you high and dry before when she got wrapped around a guy. So the possibility of it happening again is very, very high. You can't fix a situation by avoiding the situation. You can fix it by working on it. That's the only way it makes a situation better. Uh, she's going to try to move out with Natter. She might be working on that right now, and that's why she's putting on this fake version of herself, and that's why she's running back and forth to his house. I mean, I'm sure that's the plan. That all this work, all this time, all this running back and forth, it's leading to something. Chantal doesn't do anything without purpose. And she's wanting Natter so bad that if she has to let go of the cats, if she has to let go of Pete's, if getting rid of all of that means she gets to be with Natter, she's all about that life. I don't like Pete's, and seeing the way that he's treated BBJ, he can go live in a ditch for all I care. I used to feel pity for him, but I don't anymore because of the way he's treated that poor cat, the way he treats BBJ, taking out his aggression on her that really should be meant for Chantal. He's misplacing his anger and hurt and bad feelings on an animal because the animal can't fight back. So if you're a person, I don't care what your living situation is, the moment you do that, I'm sorry, I can't look at you with any kind of pity or sympathy. That you're so much of a coward that you won't go to the person that you're angry at and tell them about your anger. You're going to take it out on an animal. But going back to his situation with living with Chantal, if there was a financial debt between them, I think that Chantal has paid it back. And trying to profit off of the guilt that maybe he thinks she has over it, that's not going to last much longer. He really needs to do for himself. All arrows point in the direction of she's going to try to move in with Natter, and when that happens, she's going to leave him and the cats high and dry. Deborah Kneeling says, Chantal, you have to be honest with yourself. Your problem is that you have to really close one chapter before you start another. Sadly, piano 2 takes still too much space in your head. That chapter will never be closed until she's completely broke. Until she's completely broke, that chapter is going to keep going. I love this comment. Anka says she doesn't love her partners, not as humans, not their personality, actions, stories, souls. She only loves what people can do for her. That is why she can overlook him being an abusive, scamming, homophobic, racist narcissist. Because as long as he is actively doing something to serve her ego and appetite, she is happy and in love. She is only attracted to acts of service, not people. I love your comment. I love it. Well done. Well done. You pretty much served up Chantal right there in a nutshell. Because I've been saying, and other people have said, that all of Chantal's actions, her love, her care is transactional. She doesn't give love from her heart. It's all about, I do something for you, so you better do something for me. And once I do something for you, after that, I own you. I own you. You belong to me. And every little thing that I do for you, no matter how small, I'm going to throw it in your face. How many times have we heard Chantal say about Natter, look at everything I've done for you? A person who does things for another person and then brings it up later in a situation like that just proves it's not true generosity. Because people who are truly generous, they do things for people and they don't log it into their brain and use it as a reason to hit somebody over the head. She'll do something for you as long as she's getting something out of it. She's doing something for a person as a form of emotional leverage. But the problem is with Koki that he's not going to fall for it. He's not going to be under her thumb. He's not going to be under her control. And yet, she still keeps doing things because she wants him so badly. Lindsay says, practice what you preach to Sam. That's enough to eat tonight, Chubby. Yeah, practice what you preach, Chantal. Let's see. Lady D says, there's no way that she went and saw him with no shower, mismatched clothes, and no makeup. Foodie just wants attention. If Natter is just a friend, why is she driving to Montreal, paying for the gas in a seedy motel? Because she's desperate for him? She's desperate to have him? I've said this before on my live chats and in my videos. Foodie, she's got an ego. She's a narcissist. Narcissists, they don't like to lose. They will do everything in their power to not lose. They do not want to admit defeat. Their egos demand that whatever they look to gain, that they win. Chantal's in it to win it. And she's been wanting to, in a sense, conquer Natter. He's a conquest. Like she got with Pete's and she conquered Pete's. And then she got bored. And then she was with BB. She conquered BB in a way. And then she got bored. Now here's Natter. Natter is putting up one hell of a fight. She's been doing everything in her power to get in a position to control him. So far, nothing has worked. So now I feel, my opinion, she's got a new plan. The plan has different layers. One layer, she's putting on a fake version of herself to be more attractive to Natter. Second part of the plan, get him his own place. And that way she has more access to him. She won't have to deal with Dee Dee being around saying, no, Natter, you can't go spend time around Chantal. Or Natter saying, well, I got to spend time around Dee Dee. So before, in the past, she came at him from the point of controlling aggression. It didn't work. Now she's trying a different tactic. Instead of being aggressive about the control and trying to lock horns and butt heads, so to speak, she's trying to be more subtle about the control. Oh, let me just pretend to be submissive to you. She's going to try to top him from below. And for anybody that doesn't know what that means, topping from below is a term when a submissive, they're trying to control the dominant. So she's acting as the submissive, but in reality, in a subtle way, she's trying to control the more dominant personality. She's acting all sweet and, oh, I'll do whatever you say and ha ha, but she's trying to manipulate her way into controlling him. And I don't think that's going to work either, Chantal, but go right ahead, please. Wandering Bowie says, FFS, if this motorcycle guy really does exist, don't play with people's emotions and string them along to make yourself feel better about your rent boy barely making an effort and not treating you better. In all honesty, I don't think there is any motorcycle guy. And if there is someone interested in her, as I said, she's not focused on anybody. She doesn't have the time for anybody else. She's too busy running back and forth to Natter. So even if there is somebody interested in her, it's a moot point. She's too caught up in Natter right now. Let's see, next comment. Chantal's Wasted Life says, who giggles about bedbug bites covering their body? Chantal, she thinks it's cute. It won't be cute when she gets an infestation and they're all over the place and she's covered in bites. She thinks it's cute now, but wait. Linda says, apparently, when you drive intoxicated now and reading your chat, you just delete the stream as if it didn't happen. Wait until you crash while driving. That stream won't go away. You know, I really hope that doesn't happen, Linda. That's something that as a reactor, I worry about, honestly, that she's going to be doing a stream and something awful is going to happen. And if anybody that's watching Chantal on her channel, or perhaps watching through a reaction channel because they're sniping it, that we're all going to see something in real time that it's going to traumatize everybody. It's going to make everybody upset. If something medical happens to her on live stream or she has an accident, that we're all going to be witness to it. That's a real fear that I have. And every day that I react to Chantal, I pray that nothing happens on live stream, that what happened to her and other people are going to watch and they're going to be traumatized. The mess Jess says, you have more than one huge problem. We all know none will be properly addressed. Nope. Everybody talking about the motorcycle guy. Tania Bree says, has Chantal ever considered perhaps BBJ just wants some loving, especially if she's already given her treats? Just a thought. You know, poor BBJ, she's just an older cat and she just wants to be loved. It hurts my heart so much. I just want to pick her up and love on her. I swear I do. I just want to pick her up and love on her and make sure she gets some food and change her water bowls and change the litter box. If I could, I would take care of the cats. I would. I would make sure that they have what they needed. As a cat mama, it kills me that they don't get the proper care or environment they need. And I'm all the way in California. There's nothing I can do. I'm not in Canada. The situation is upsetting when you see a pet suffering and there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do to change it. Let's see. Situation type deal says it's a fruitless endeavor to give Chantal any advice. Her moments of clarity are gone by the following morning. I hope she changes her disposition, but I'll believe it when I see it. Yet, listen, I'm going to tell you guys something. No matter who the person is, if they've got issues, if they're not ready to change, if they haven't reached that point where they're ready to change, then any advice you give them is just in one ear and out the other. Chantal's got several addictions going on. And anybody who's ever dealt with addiction or has dealt with somebody who was addicted to something, then you know that if a person has an addiction of something going on, until they're ready to break the addiction, you might as well be talking to a wall. I've been watching Chantal for a while. She's not ready. She's not ready. She's too wrapped in her world of illusion and delusion. She's not ready. She hasn't had that breakthrough moment. God bless all you people that try to help Chantal. It proves that you've got humanity in you, that you want to see her get better. You have more hope for Chantal than she has for herself. But she's too wrapped up in that world of mirage and delusion and illusion, and she's in that world and she does not want to come out. So you have more hope for her than she does. And she thinks everything is fine. She thinks her whole world is perfectly fine and that we're all crazy and she doesn't want our advice. So until she's ready to change, withhold the advice until you see that she's honestly ready for it. Doesn't make any sense to say it right now. Let's see. Shelby says, I wonder how long it will take for someone to tell the apartment manager she has bed bugs. This could get interesting. Honestly, guys, I hope that she doesn't have bed bugs. I really do. Because if she brought them home, that could mean trouble for anybody else in that building. And I would not wish that on anyone. Because if there is an infestation in her house, that might spread to other units, which means other people are going to be affected. They're going to have to spend money to treat the infestation. They might have to throw things away. I hope that she did not bring them home. I really do. For their sake. I hope that that's not going to be a thing. Shell says, why is it that Sam always gets rubs and pets and on the desk, and BBJ gets shooed away or tossed treats to go away? Because she doesn't really care for BBJ. That's why. Mother of Glider says, I love that since Natter is making you do physical activities, you don't want to spend as much time with him. LOL, girl, doesn't want to spend time with you. He just wants your money. Looks like he's finally found a way to get you to hand over the money and leave him alone. I love that for you. Oh, so you think that's the motivation? If I get her to walk in the park, she's not going to want to spend time with me? Well, that's smart on his part. Oh, you want to spend time with me? Let's go walking. You want to spend time with me? Let's go take a walk in the city. Oh my. Petty Mama says the bed bugs will have a field day in the villa. 5 years ago, we had a bed bugs in my apartment from my neighbor who picked up a random couch on the side of the road for her apartment. It took us a year to get rid of them. It was hell. They bombed our apartment like 4 times. You have to wash everything in hot water and throw everything in the dryer. The neighbor eventually got evicted because she wasn't actively trying to get rid of the bed bugs. A total nightmare. Good luck. Yeah, and see, that's why I hope that nobody in her building gets them. You know, it's one thing for Chantal to get bit up by bed bugs. It's another thing if somebody brings something like that home and it affects other people. You know, they're going to have to spend money. They're going to have to throw things away, and that's just not right. Let's see. Vegan for Life says, Chantal, you openly admitted on the live that Sam needs to go to the vet urgently the next day because of his nails and fur being matted. Oh my God. If you don't prioritize that, you are showing your true nature. Just do it as both cats are crying for attention. Also, if it was you, you need to get rid of Pete, as he clearly doesn't care about the cats, as he could groom them, as he has nothing else to do all day. Pathetic. I bet the litter trays are disgusting and overflowing. Yep. Yep. Guys, I've done reacts to her videos, and I've seen boxes of pretty litter just sitting at the end of the stairs, which means the litter boxes haven't been changed in the longest. And so Sam has matted fur, and he needs his nails trimmed. I mean, how much money does it take to take the doggone it, cats to the vet to get them treated? Let's see. So there's a lot of comments here. We're already at an hour. I think I'll cut it off here and see what else Chantal is up to. Hope you guys have enjoyed this react video. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thanks for watching, and please have a good day. Bye-bye.